All right, everyone. Welcome to the monthly SoulPowered Leadership Training. My name is Tess Vergara, SoulPowered Executive Coach. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you all for being here and recognizing your light. We have a lot to cover today, and it's going to be as powerful as you open yourself up to that power. And if the word power and light intimidates you or makes you uncomfortable, or you notice some judgment, so just notice the discomfort and judgment and simply acknowledge and open up to insights where you might be rejecting your light and your own power. And so just open up. This is a gateway activation. And we are activating really the gateway of your own heart. So you can connect with your purest power and your purest light, the light of your soul. And last month's webinar, Through Darkness to Light, is also available. Just email me. I'm a little slow transferring the files over to the Facebook group, and also a little late publishing them on YouTube. Those will be available too. So in that training, we covered what keeps people trapped in darkness and how to break out of that cycle. We also learned how to activate the light through darkness and no longer feel helpless, hopeless, or powerless. And we also discovered what it is that is required to sustain your true light even when the world is falling apart. So feel free to request a link to that replay if you're interested. And right now, today, this month, we are still on 11th month. 11 is a gateway to divine forces, divine power. If you look at the shape of the number 11, it creates two pillars that form a gateway and a portal. And so doing 11 today on 11/25, if you are worried that you missed it, nah, it's okay. We're not, quantum physics, says time is not linear, right? Or at least in the soul-powered consciousness world, time is not linear. So if you're fearful of missing out, that is old paradigm, that is old consciousness. And we are going to upgrade that and up-level it so that you are in alignment with divine consciousness, not fear-powered consciousness. And 2020 is very intense because actually the gateways are wide open. And there are powerful cosmic rays. I get headaches all the time. Not headaches really, but I feel like there's an explosion right here in my third eye. There's like a tension a little bit. And then when I close my eyes, it's beautiful. It's like an explosion of light that I'm seeing through my third eye. I'm interested to hear what your experience is of this intense flooding of ultra high frequency lights in your body. You feel it in your body, you feel it in the atmosphere, you feel it in the environment. And sometimes ascension symptoms can feel like a headache, like dizziness. I also, when I cannot see, my vision gets blurry when it's a very intense energies, right? Whenever there's a flooding of intense energy, I feel like I even got new glasses this year. And yeah, it just gets blurry. And even if I wear my new glasses, it's useless. But really, it's a sign for me that there's intense photonic light that is bathing the entire planet and bathing each and every one of us. So don't worry that we didn't do the 11/11 activation. It's 11/25 and we're still on 11th month. Gateway is wide open. And again, the activation, you're going to receive what you are willing to open up to. All right. So today's journey is a journey back to light, a return and remembrance of your own truth deep inside yourself. So you're returning to the purest form of love, purest form of light, purest form of expression that is already you. So thank you for being here, for choosing to live as light, for choosing heaven on earth, for choosing to remember your divine self, your divine soul, fully, wholly, and completely. My pets are feeling the energy. They're all over the place, Charlie and Finn. So if you're thinking, maybe there's a thought that comes to your mind that I have lost my mind, take a deep breath and suspend any judgments for an hour, just an hour, and really receive your own true light. You are not here by mistake. So on some level, there's a part of you longing for your own release, longing for your own expression, longing for your own freedom, to be the light, to be the love that you know on a deep, deep level that you already are. So 11/11 and 12/12, and you'll also hear 12/21. These are numbers that have codes in them, and that when you recognize them, it is a clue that you are awakened or awakening to the shift in consciousness from fear power to soul power, to higher frequencies, to higher dimensions, to higher knowledge and higher perspective, to higher expression of your soul right here in your body. And because we are infinite beings, these activations are also infinite. You know, it's a threshold, right? So as you appreciate your own light, you also appreciate. So really our focus today is on amplifying that light and making manifest in the physical, and utilizing the 11 energies and the photonic light. All right. So a little bit of what I do. Soul-powered coaching is about returning to wholeness. I guide my clients return to inner reconciliation and wholeness to access their soul power so that they can confidently step into leadership and fulfill the mission that they came here to do. I was an accountant for almost 30 years. I didn't know I was burnt out until I experienced an excruciating dark night of the soul. I had no idea I was so disconnected until all I could do was pray to God to just take me back, to cut my misery and just take me back. And it was a very lonely, depressed experience. I felt not needed. I felt like a shell with nothing to show for. And my own answer to those inner conflicts, to those quests for light, I was searching for light, for truth. My own answer is peace and harmony through reconciling and integrating what I call the 4 pillars, which is physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And through reconciling and balancing the 4 pillars, we can come back into alignment and wholeness from a unified field instead of war going on, against the mind, against the heart, any discomfort in the physical body, right? The ego doing what it's good at, which is self-sabotage, right? And instead of all those 4 parts compartmentalized or fighting or scattered, we're unifying all those 4 so that they're functioning as one. And I call this return to wholeness and unity your soul power. And I really believe I faced my demons during that dark night of the soul without any aid of medication or alcohol or therapist or psychologist, shrink. I was looking for the word shrink. So that I can stand in front of you today and remind you that regardless of what's going on out there, and it is crazy out there, no matter how dark, no matter how scary, we stand strong and tall and unapologetically by owning, embodying, and radiating our light into the world. Okay? Because it is our nature, it is our pure essence, it is our divine inheritance. So my intention for you today is to really utilize the ultra high photonic lights flooding the planet and aiding our ascension in consciousness. So you're here today means you said yes to 1111 energies, which means you said yes to the invitation from your higher self, from your higher dimensional expressions, calling you to manifest into the physical reality, your pure light, your pure freedom of expression, and not just any expression, but your unique soul expression. So this photonic light frequency bombarding the planet right now, you can see everyone's going crazy out there, right? And that's because it's a purification process. The energies are ascending and filtering out what no longer serves you at your highest. It's no longer for your good, so it has to go. So it's a clearing away of lower energetic forms, lower expression. You can call it old paradigm, you can call it negative energies, you can call it lower thought forms. However you want to think of it, it's no longer your highest expression. Got it? Right? It's no longer aligned with your truth, with your highest expression. So that's the purification that's been happening for a while, really. It's clearing away energy of fear, doubt, judgment, hatred, control, shame, manipulation. And it may be magnified right now, and it is magnified so that we can reveal, mirror to each other what is going on, and then make our higher choices from higher consciousness. All right. Why the purification process? Because you are ready to shine your pure light. And how do I know that you're ready? Because you're here. You no longer align with the lower expressions. You've outgrown them, and they really are just limiting your light. They're limiting blocks now. It's preventing you from fully expressing and experiencing your higher light, your higher self. So 1111 is a portal. My cat is here. If you hear some crunchy noise, it's because he's eating. 1111 is a portal. It's a gateway. It opens the stairway to heaven. Right? And where is heaven? Heaven is right here in your own heart. You are the anchor. You are that portal. You are anchoring the frequency of heaven on earth. All right. So today, riding the photonic light frequencies and collective energies of Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving here in the U.S. Can you feel it? If you're in the U.S., it's like Christmas. Everyone is looking within, really appreciating life, even in the face of COVID restrictions. People are finding their true light, even in the face of adversity. So we're riding on that collective gratitude too. So it's amazing energy. So let's switch on the light of gratitude and appreciation. And if you feel like you have nothing to be grateful about, then you came to the right place. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to review the year, to clear the messages, the mixed messages of 2020. We're going to get clear on the deeper longings that we've been silencing, we've been pushing to the side, and maybe afraid to look at because of fear, uncertainty, judgment of other people, doubt, rejection, perhaps the weight of responsibility. Can I do it? What if I fail? And then we're also going to invite in and remember, and activate the soul power consciousness, activate gratitude for 2020 that is leaving finally, and clear the space and call in all that you are meant to be. Call in your highest contribution and fulfill and actualize what you came here to do as soul-powered leaders. The world is in desperate need of your light. Actually, the world can no longer wait. And quite frankly, you can no longer deny your soul. And if that's true for you, and my hallucination is you are here looking to bring your intention and focus to the remaining 1 month and 5 days, right? Today's 11/25. So we have a month and 5 days. And yeah, good news is we still have a month and 5 days. Bad news is we only have a month and 5 days. But you're here because you're ready to take leadership. So whatever you create from now until the end of the year, it's in your choice, it's in your power, and it can be as simple as being a beacon of hope and light in a world that is really going dark. The collective consciousness is undergoing a dark night of the soul. And if it's a simple smile, and if it's clearing your energies so you can create that harmony in your own self, that's perfect. That's perfect. A month and 5 days is a whole lot of time. And so let's dive in. All right. So 2020, what can I tell you about the year 2020? We are going to review the year, let go of broken promises. Oof. So just take a breath and release. Wherever you have disappointments, just let that go. Connect with it, breathe, and then allow yourself to let it go. What are you letting go? You're letting go of the disappointment and anything that's weighing you down, right? So let's reflect. Let's reflect on what 2020 was like for you. Because the year surely was on steroids. We were all shocked by one nightmare after another. And it gave us really, really hard lessons. So step 1, write a paragraph or 2 about 2020. Only look at the facts. Omit any narratives or stories. Just facts. Don't evaluate it. Don't justify it. No stories. Just write down the facts of what happened in your life. Maybe a paragraph or 2. Actually, we won't have a whole lot of time. Jot down the question and then also come back and review this replay and then finish it up. right? So the step one is just the facts. Just the facts. Omit any evaluation or stories. Could be, I had a misunderstanding, or I had a fallout with, or I had an increase in workload. So just the facts, no stories. And then step two, write your feelings about 2020. And you can cuss. You can let it all out. Let it rip. All the regret, anger, shame, irritation. I'm telling you, it took me a while to get all the kinks out. And I'm so thankful that I have my new podcast where I can continue to clear and express my irritation, what I'm seeing that's wrong in the world, and seeing what's wrong in the world, not as judgment, but what is it asking of me to do, right? So, but right here, don't jump ahead. Sorry, just write your feelings. Just write your feelings. Just let it all out. Express on paper, in your journal, what is so awful about 2020 that you just absolutely reject it. Why are you rejecting 2020 and cannot wait for it to be over? Yeah, so connect with the breath as you're doing this exercise and notice where in your body you feel the resistance or any discomfort, maybe the neck, right? Maybe the back, where are you carrying, or your shoulders, right? Where are you carrying the weight of the world? Or the lower back, where are you feeling unsupported? So notice all those things without judgment. Just open up to how your body is feeling the resistance or the release or the freedom of, God, wow, I'm unloading all of this negative energies. Nice. All right. I'll give you 2 more minutes. All right. So now, next step. What is the gift of 2020? How was this period of your life perfect? What perfect? Find it. Find what was perfect. What did it teach you? I mean, it's not perfect that it was, all ducks in the road. That's not it. What is the lesson? What did it teach you? What did you learn from it? That's what makes it perfect. You can write it like, I've learned that, or a lesson that I would not have learned any other way is ... Maybe you learned that you're strong. Maybe you learned that you can live minimally. I'm right here in Nebraska in my new place with just a week's worth of clothing, my dog and my cat, and I just want this place of healing, of retreat, right? Not a whole lot of distraction, just really hibernating restoring, replenishing, rejuvenating, and really contemplation. Contemplation. All right. Think of step 4. Think of the blessings that resulted from this year. What happened as a result of the pain and suffering and confusion and conflict? There's a lot of conflict in 2020, right? So think of the blessing that resulted out of those sacrifices that you endured. Again, notice any sensations, any emotions, any thoughts when coming from this perspective. And if it's difficult for you, connect with me privately, one-on-one, and let's set up a session, okay? We need to clear all this gunk from our system. Actually, today I interviewed in my podcast a young woman who was sexually molested and then trafficked by her own father. So do check out the Facebook Live that I did. It's on a public setting. You'll be able to see. Just go to my Facebook account. And if she can forgive her father for 18 years, did she say 18 years of being tied, and I can't even imagine. So she was raped. At some point she even she got pregnant by her father, and she was trapped in the barn or a closet, tied up, and then was trafficked to other men. So, and if she can do it, if she has the heart to forgive her father, like my looking at my troubles, I got nothing. Looking at it from that perspective, right? But our suffering is our own. It's not meant to be compared to others. But even with those sacrifices and adversities, think of the blessing that resulted because of it. What happened as a result of the pain and suffering, right? What did you discover about yourself? She discovered her courage. She discovered that, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. She dropped her lawsuit against her grandpa, who was also a child, pedophile, registered as a pedophile. And this grandfather took over parenting her because of the abuse got exposed, only to be abused by the grandfather. So what did you discover about yourself? Skills that you can grow into. Maybe your intuition is stronger. Your level of self-trust is stronger, right? Did you follow your intuition more? Did you connect with your dreams? Did you fight for your dreams? What did you prioritize? How did you surprise yourself? Where did you take leadership? Where did you own yourself, your not responsibility, because responsibility has a weighted, it feels heavy, but where did you own and conquered yourself and said no more, or I can do this, right? So what are the reflections and feedback other people are thanking and appreciating you for what you probably do not see in yourself before? Okay. And now step 5, write the story of 2020, and this time write it as if it was meant to happen to you. Write it as if it was part of your destiny. Because living it or looking back at it as if it was fate kind of feels disempowered, feels like you had no choice in the matter. So in the context of, oh my God, that was meant to happen, that means you are accepting the higher plan in it because you're open to the gifts, right? You are seeing your evolution, the evolution of your higher self. You're seeing your future self coming into play, and you're learning something about yourself. So 2020, how was 2020 a fulfillment of your destiny and not just fate or a product of circumstances? Take a breath. All right. Let me put my headset on so I can hear my roommate. So what did you learn? What is the gift? All right, so I hope the sound is better. Yeah, you can hear me? Good. All right, so I know it's such a short amount of time, but again, come back and listen to the recording and complete the exercises in your own sacred time. What we're doing right now is just opening up to the opportunity of elevating your perception. You're elevating your memory of 2020, because sometimes we get so focused, narrowly focused on what went wrong, and we forget that there were so many things that happened because of 2020. All right, so and I want you to really keep this in your routine of elevating and taking a helicopter perspective on whatever is happening in your life, so that you're not sucked into the drama, you're not sucked into the narrative, you're not sucked into the limiting view, the poor me, victimized perspective, but you're rising above it and looking at it from a different angle, and just have a different, you're looking at it from a whole new light, from an empowered perspective, as if it was meant to happen. All right? So now part 2, let's look at what's incomplete. And again, I'm going really fast, and I'm seeing messages here, and I'm going to comment on them towards the end, or I'm going to message you all, email you if there's something that I notice. All right. So look back at 2020 and feel into it. You feel into it. Sometimes when we think about it, we get weighed down. But instead, feel into, relax, feel into what was incomplete. What is still left to happen? Okay. Really connect with deeper longings and desires, not just, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't, not the goal of the busy mind, but really deeper longings and desires. It's your soul speaking. And they got pushed aside, or you were trained not to listen to them, right? Because as humans, we got trained early on to, you got to do this, right? You got to pay the bills, right? But right now, feel into deeper longings and desires that had not been possible before. And you can claim COVID, you can claim 2020, but right now, write down on paper, what is it that you're really longing for? Is it freedom? Is it fresh air? Is it community? Is it hugs? Like, oh my God, if I just had that thing, what would that be? And for me, and because you're here, I'm making an assumption that, we watched our leaders failed us again and again and again. We watched our leaders abuse their position of power. We watched the entire world split up, right? It's and even in the U.S., I don't know, in your countries, it's divided, so much separation, so much hatred, so much closed heart, so much pointing fingers, right? Unwillingness to listen. In fact, that was what inspired me to do monthly SoulPowered Leadership Training, because we really need leaders that are leading from the soul. And it's my signal out there to you all that we need people who, ready or not, are called to lead from the level of soul, right? From the light of your soul. And so I'm proud to be bringing to you each and every month this monthly SoulPowered Leadership Training. This was birthed in February of this year because it was out of frustration. My daughter told me that we are going extinct. The human species is going extinct. And I said, we need more SoulPowered Leadership Training, more SoulPowered leaders. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen, right? Because I love the human race. Even though I wanted out of this planet for a long, long, long time. But right now that I'm on the other side of things and I can see what's happening, I'm actually enjoying my time here on planet Earth. Okay. And the other thing that I'm grateful for in 2020 is my new podcast. Like I said earlier, I had that great interview with that survivor of child sex trafficking by her own father. Really sad. And I also interviewed prior to that 5 amazing soul-driven guests. And the podcast is called Soul Power to the People, Rising Above Crimes Against Humanity. And it is designed to create awareness on intended and unintended crimes against humanity. And it's on Spotify, it's on Apple. I also have it live streamed in Facebook. And there's also a video of it, which will be released, in YouTube. So now is your turn. What is missing in this world? What are you missing that you're supposed to be giving? What you are missing is what you're not giving. A mentor of mine shared that with me, and it just stayed with me for many, many years now. I worked with that mentor in 2012. So what is it that you are meant to create and bring forth into manifestation? And don't be scared. Don't resist. Don't reject your own manifestation powers. This is unity consciousness. Allow the photonic light, allow the higher powers and higher forces to really conspire in your favor and bless you with the abundance of your own light and creativity. Okay? Now let's do the reverse. What is it that you cannot allow any longer in your experience? And I shared mine. Mine is crimes against humanity. Done. Done with that. I'm tired of it, right? I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of the lie that you need something out there as a source of your happiness, as a source of your creativity, as a source of your sustenance to complete and fulfill you. And that is just a lie. And that lie brought to life the soul-powered leadership trainings I'm doing for free every month. And it's the crimes against humanity is fueling up my podcast, right? So your turn. What can't you allow in your experience any longer? You're tired of it. What is it that's so painful to see that is calling you to step up and do something about it? What do you see your role in it? Don't judge it. It can be as simple as smile. Smiles are missing, right? People are not hugging anymore. People are not shaking hands anymore, right? Just open up to some inspiration. What is it your soul is here to do in light of everything that's going on in the world? What is your unique purpose and higher contribution? Just open up to that. You might not get the answer right now, but it's going to come because you're here, because you're opening up to it. All right? That's activation. That's what activation means. And then bring to mind what values are important to you that you may have taken for granted because of the noise, because of the pressure to do this or that, to comply, to be obedient, that you've forgotten what was important to you in the name of their agenda. Now, I want you to really connect with your own agenda, the pure agenda of your soul. And for me, that is truth, that is power, soul power, not fear power, freedom, harmony. What are the values that are important to you that you may have forgotten or pushed under the rug because something else kept being piled on for you? So really honor it. Just notice what it is. And just really honor the sacrifices and heartbreaks you've experienced in 2020. And what is it that is calling for you to fulfill? What is that desire? What is that something new that is asking to be created? What is that something better that is asking to be fulfilled through you? So really just open up the space for that something to be fulfilled, to be given meaning, new meaning. Tune into your soul. All right. And now for this part, let's bring to mind, and this is hard a little bit, give yourself permission to reflect on where might you be contributing to the chaos and disharmony of 2020. There were a lot of mixed messages from 2020, and we did the exercise to create clarity of what 2020 is and isn't. So now, are you sending mixed messages to the universe? Just really take a moment to think about that. Where are you sending mixed messages to the universe? Again, I want you to see it from a helicopter view, not from a judgment, right? Breathe in unconditional self-love. Bring in the deepest compassion for yourself. Where during the year, did you give up on you? Did you give in? Did you collapse your energy? What were you focusing on? What did you think was more important? What were you believing in? Were you giving more power to fear? Where were you triggered? Where were you refusing or rejecting your own light and your own power? And feel into how long has this been around, and really breathe with highest compassion that you can muster. Really tap into higher consciousness, your higher self. And are you giving into distraction? Are you numbing yourself through distraction? Are you sweeping things under the rug, not knowing you are self-abandoning in the process? Were you asking for this when you really wanted this? Were you settling down or settling for something you didn't want? But just to not rock the boat, okay, I'll take that because you didn't think you deserve. You didn't think you were worthy. So just notice those patterns. Again, this is not judgment. This is awareness, right? We are bringing light. This is light activation. Right? So the question is, where are you sending yourself, others, and the universe mixed messages? What part of your life, or what messages are you sending? Are they mixed messages, or you know what you want, right? Where are you lying to yourself? Are you lying to yourself? Know that. Again, it's not judgment, it's awareness. So any resistance, any defense mechanism, anywhere you pick up a fight with yourself, are you now ready to surrender those to your higher self? Just breathe in. Are you now ready to surrender to your higher self, to your highest light, to your higher expression, to your divine aspect? Are you willing to let those distractions go. Wherever you are numbing or going against yourself, are you now ready to let those go and let God? Or if the word God doesn't resonate with you, your highest expression, your highest nature, your pure light, are you willing to be that expression instead? So what are you letting go? You're letting go of the blocks to your ascension, to your ascended consciousness, to your pure light. We are experiencing a lot of tyranny, a lot of prohibition, a lot of censorship. And there's new restriction now in place in a lot of places. It's creating a lot of angst, right? There's so many things going on. Are you also doing that to yourself? Where are you prohibiting yourself? Where are you being a tyrant? Where are you censoring your own light? Where are you restricting your light, your freedom, your joy? Ask yourself, where am I denying, blocking myself and others the chance to fully express my unique self, my unique perspective, my unique experiences, my unique light? And just connect, where are you unwilling to let go? And what are you unwilling to let go of? And just again, the answer might not come right now. Just open up to it. Where are you censoring, restricting, blocking relationships to flourish, creative ideas to birth, money to circulate, truth to be spoken, communication, self-honoring, self-expression, freedom? And notice where there might be a power struggle, where your defenses might be up, where there might be justification and narratives going on in the mind, and any resistance to knowing and freeing yourself fully. Just notice. And ask yourself, if you are ready to let go of anything that is blocking your higher expressions and higher purpose and sacred destiny. Because it's 11:11, right? 11, divinity, heaven. 2020 was chaotic, but we are all coming out of the fog now, right? 2020 was supposed to be 2020, clear vision, right? Notice that. Where did you get clear? What did you get clear on? What was the gift of 2020? Because it's time to get in alignments. And the one step you can do right now is to say out loud, I let go of anything and everything that is blocking my higher expressions, my highest fulfillment, my highest nature, and my soul destiny. Okay. I let go of anything and everything that is blocking my higher expressions, my highest fulfillment, my highest nature, and my soul destiny. I give myself permission to fully step into my power and love, honor, accept, and cherish myself 100% wholly and unconditionally. Are you ready to say that to yourself? I give myself permission to fully step into my soul power and truly love, honor, and accept and cherish myself 100% wholly and unconditionally. This is a powerful time to really get in alignment with the light of your soul, right? Where can you expand your consciousness so that this time around you are not sending mixed messages to the universe, but instead standing in truth and light and integrity? Ask yourself, what one small step can I take to honor all the learnings from 2020, to honor all the sacrifices and adjustments and frustrations? What one small step can I do towards the realization of the highest manifestation and actualization of what I came here to do as soul? And I want to bring in the angels, the archangels, Archangel Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, Metatron, to really support us in illuminating our path ahead. We may not see all the steps, all the gaps, all what's missing and all that's needed and all the roles we're here to play. But what is important right now, especially in the energies of 1111, is that you are clear that there's an evolutionary impulse inside of you, running through your veins, beating in your heart, that wants to be let out and freed and birthed and expressed through you and as you in flesh, in your body. So sit up straight and feel your 4 pillars in alignment, your physical, right? Your emotional, your mental, and spiritual. And feel it light up as one pillar of light. Together, align this one. And if you're feeling fear, welcome it. Let it be your ally. Again, book a session with me. But also let fear know who's in charge. You are in charge now. You are clear now. You are clear what you need to do. You are reminded of your higher power now. And anything fear has to say no longer controls and blocks your path, but instead you are clear on what you have to do. You're open, right? And you're shedding more light to what you are fearful about. That's it. How can you turn fear into passion? How can you turn fear into solution? How can you turn fear into courage, into kindness? What is it that's missing, right? What is it? Love, freedom. Life is full of unknowns. You either get stuck again in fear and kill your spirit and die while you are still alive, or you can reach up, step up, take leadership, and delegate fear to reveal to you instead the extraordinary surprises and revelations about the light and truth of yourself. All right? Okay, so today I really want to give you a powerful opportunity to bring your soul-powered, your higher consciousness to material manifestation. Okay? In December, for next month, we will get clearer on our intention for the next year. So please do come back and join us. Until then, really bring in the light of your soul. Really notice where your focus is, right? Are you functioning from fear or from the light of your soul? Really connect and become aware of your habits, of your focus, of your thoughts, of your emotions. And no judgment. Know that whatever that is coming to your awareness is a clue to your higher fulfillment, right? So just one small step to bring you closer to your dreams, to bring you closer to that deepest longing, to let the universe with clarity give the universe clear commands, clear signals, and allow the universe to conspire in your favor and fulfill your wish, right? And use me, use me. If some fears came up for you, fear of money, fear of success, fear of relationship, fear of happiness, let me know. Let's connect. I would love to work with you on that. The final invitation I have for you is, how can you balance your power and strength and flow and merge with your soul power instead of resisting it, instead of rejecting it, right? Instead of self-sabotaging? Stop that dance and merge with your soul power instead. It's waiting for you. Okay? How can you exhibit your soul power and strength with grace and truth? And how can you exhibit your true self without ego getting in the way, without fear getting in the way, without survival instincts getting in the way, without the wounding patterns getting in the way? It's time to really step into your soul power. And you are the manifestation waiting to happen. You have to want it. You have to give it permission to break through out of the lower vibrational energies that's trapping your higher self. And so you can imagine a life where you are happy, immersed in joy, free to be your true and authentic self. And it's not just imagination, it's real. You know, from imagination to reality, that's where you start, right? You envision it first. You imagine a life where you're not triggered, and instead, you have a deep understanding of yourself, a deep knowing of yourself, without the nervous anxiety, without the overwhelm, worry, guilt, blame, shame. None of those negative, lower energies, lower habituated expressions of yourself. You don't need that anymore. But then again, because you are in between the world, right? In between of, oh my God, all that darkness, and then now you're coming into light. It can be a very scary process, one that you might resist. And please use me to no longer deny yourself of your true light, to no longer allow people to drain your energy and steal your dreams and your joy, to no longer feel victimized and instead take leadership and show others how to live empowered and free. All right. So if you need assistance, getting clear on who you are, getting clear on your life purpose and path, I'm here for you. Let's do it. I'm here to support you. All right. Okay. So let's book a session and make the rest of 2020 a year of possibility, even though, 90%. Hopefully the exercises we did, you were able to clear all the regrets, all the disappointments, and now seeing it. And I know we didn't have a whole lot of time, right? But we opened up to clearing the weight, the heaviness that was 2020, and opened up the possibilities to the clarity and vision and learnings that it was teaching us. And it's still not over yet. So let's use the remainder of the year to really get clear on what you want, where your passion is, where is it that you are coming alive and confident and free, and oh my God, so good alignment to the truth and light and freedom of your soul. All right. No shame getting help from me doesn't mean weakness, right? Asking for help is actually a strength, right? I have a coach too. I actually have 2 coaches. So if working with me is something that you've been looking into getting, I'm here for you. And just email me, tess@tessvergara.com, or respond to the email that invited you to this event. And we're going to do a free session to just talk. What is it that you need, and see if we are aligned, and see if working with me is actually to your highest interest and highest expression. All right. Okay, so it's time to manifest what you really, really want, not what you don't want. And so I'm here to really get you clarity, certainty, and confidence, so that 2021 is stronger and better and much more aligned to the fulfillment and revelation and remembrance and exploration of your soul power. My name is Tess Vergara. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, type it in the comments. I'll wait a few more minutes, respond to the comments, and I'll talk to you soon. All right? Okay.